Okay, so let's get back to the prototyping. So basically what we are going to go is to the prototype section, and now when we click on some frame and click start, basically when the Figma loads up we are going to see the screens, and we can basically just shuffle around with arrow keys, but we are not seeing any interactions between the screens. So what we are going to do now is to connect these screens as possible as we can. So let's start with flow starting point is going to be around here. So basically when we select all of those, we are going to see these pluses that we can connect the screens. But okay, let's start with a login. So if we are going to log in, let's select this button. It's going to take us straight to the home screen. Basically what we can do is just dissolve maybe is in with 300 milliseconds, okay? And if we try to register, we can click on this button right here, and it's going to take us to this screen. And after this screen, it's after we click the register, we are going to see this screen right here. And when we click on this button, it's going to take us to the home page as well, okay? And if we want to go back, literally just connect back button with this screen, okay? Next thing what we need is to select this icon for the chat and basically connect them. What we can do is maybe do the push. So basically it's going to push to the side, and if we try to go back, it's going to do the same thing but on the backing side, okay? And if we click on some chat, for example, we are going to be taken to the chat that we selected, okay? And if we want to go back, it's going to take us to the chat section like this, for example. Let's see. Okay, now the thing that we want to do is go to another page. So basically we have a search, and we can go to the search option, okay? So navigate, we're using the search, and let's just use dissolve, is out, and basically it's taking us to the search. If we want to go home, it's going to take us to the home. So let's select the home, and it's going to take us to the home, okay? Same thing applies here, and as you're seeing, it's selecting multiple elements. So basically when we are clicking this, it's also selecting this one, but we are unfortunately not seeing any interactions within this screen, so we can just go back or something like that. But yeah, we can connect these screens as well, okay? Next thing is the post. So basically let's just connect the posting button with the post, and we can select this button as well to post, okay? And when we go to the next, we are going to see next screen, and if we want to go backwards, we can just select it to move back, okay? And when you click the post, it's going to take you to the home page, okay? For the notifications, we are going to see notification from that side and notification from this side, okay? And if we want to go to the profile, from there we can go to the profile section, or for example, if we want to click on someone's profile, for example this one, for example it can be the username, we can go to someone's profile like this, okay? And basically if we want to edit our profile, we can go to this section right here, save changes, we can go back, and if we want to check the followers, we are going to click on the followers and take us to this screen. And if we are going to select the following, it's going to take us to that screen. Okay, so basically now we connected our few pages, just some basic stuff to place them around. Let's check how that's looking. So basically when we click into some blank space, it's going to show which things that we should select, and when we go to the login, we are going to see this chat icon right here. Select the chat, go back, search is here, basically post, notification, profile, okay, editing, save changes, followers, and now we forgot to place few things around. So let's click on this search, and when it's searching, you can go back to this screen right here. And for example, for the posting, we mentioned it's going to get us to the post. When we click on the post, it's going to take us to the home screen. Clicking on that is going to take us to the profile. And for example, clicking on the following, it's going to take us to the following, of course. And clicking on the followers, it's going to take us to the followers. I'm not seeing, for example, let's go with this icon as well. We want to go back to the home page. With this icon, for example, it should go to this page. Okay. When we click on the profile in this section, it can take us to the profile and etc. The other thing what you can do when you're doing the prototypes is basically just copy this whole element, and what you can do is just connect the elements. For example, home is for the home, search is for the search, post is for the post, and etc. Okay, but basically this is just without adding other elements, because if you try to copy this element, this navigation bar, and connect pages with that bar and then copy it on each frame, then you're going to see the connected screen as well. But basically I'm not doing, because sometimes it's not beginner friendly and it can cause maybe some questionable stuff. So this is just a normal basic way of doing things manually, and when you understand how to do it manually, then you can just play around with. You can do that as a homework, for example, or some exercise to upgrade your skills. But basically that should be for the prototyping, just some basic stuff to play around. The next thing is just picking up whole project and sending it out to the client.